totally fine with me, and I'll just keep teaching the class. So, let's go ahead and get started. Let's start today in child's pose. So, knees together, knees wide, big toes touch. It's your choice if you want your knees together or knees wide. And then arms reach forward, hips reach back, forehead rests down on your mat. If child's pose is not a position that works for your body for whatever reason, you'd rather kneel or you'd rather lay down on your belly, that's perfectly fine with me. So I'm gonna kneel just so you can hear my voice and it doesn't get lost going into the ground when I'm in child's pose. So as you find your way into your variation of child's pose, just notice how your body feels, notice where you're holding tension, and right away, just see if you can allow yourself to soften a little bit more. Maybe take a couple deep breaths on your own, so just big, huge inhales, big, huge exhales. And just kind of dropping into your body, feeling into your breath. Taking a moment to establish what really makes this our yoga practice. So that sense of mindfulness, that sense of awareness, that connection to your body, your breath, and to this present moment. And I'm not going to cue 3 big deep breaths today, but if you want to take them on your own, you're more than welcome to. So if it would feel good to take big inhales, big open mouth sighs 2 or 3 times, go for it. Otherwise, whenever you're ready, just start to connect with your Ujjayi breath. So in and out through your nose with a gentle constriction in the back of your throat. And see if you can create that whisper noise or that oceanic sound as you breathe. So give yourself a moment here. Just kind of finding your own internal rhythm. And then whenever you are ready, we'll start to add some movement. So you can join me in this whenever you feel inspired to move. So all we're going to do to begin is come up to our hands and knees, and make sure your knees now are wider than your hips. So widen them if you need to. And then rock forward. Let your hips kind of sink towards the ground. Roll your shoulders back and down. Big toes touch behind you and draw your feet towards your glutes, scorpion cobra. And then rock it back into a child's pose with your knees wide as you exhale. So back and forth through those 2 movements, just a few times. Inhale to come forward, scorpion cobra. Try to keep just the slightest little tone in your belly. Keep your shoulders back and down, and then exhale, rock it back. Child's pose. So with your own breath, at your own pace, and if this really does not work for you, if it doesn't feel good, you're welcome to stick with just regular cat-cow undulations. See if you can start to feel into your spine, into your hips, into your shoulders. And just start to bring a deeper awareness into your physical body. Take a couple more breaths or a couple more rounds. Moving at your own pace, no right or wrong. And then eventually we will all meet in our tabletop position again. So start to find your way there, just a nice neutral spine. And then from your tabletop, knees just slightly wider than your hips. So you can adjust if you need to. I'm going to bring mine in just a little bit. And we'll take thread the needle. So with your right arm, reach out to the right, all the way up to the sky. Reach, reach, reach. And then thread your right arm underneath you. Reach through as far as you can. Come down to rest on the outside of your shoulder, outside of your head. And any variation you want to take. You guys are all familiar with this pose, I think, so anywhere you want to go with it. And then big, spacious breaths. Breathe into your upper body, or excuse me, your upper back, mid-back, and low back. So really feel that expansion of each inhale in your back body. And then as you exhale, see if you can feel your belly button pull in and up. Find emptiness at the bottom of each exhale. Take about 2 or 3 more rounds here. Slow, spacious inhalations. Long, strong exhalations all the way to empty. If you do happen to have your left hand or even your left knee lifted, slowly return them both back to the ground. And then everybody, next time you inhale, unthread your right arm, reach it all the way up, follow with your gaze. So gaze up at your right fingertips, reach higher, and then exhale, set your right hand down. And before we take the other side, let's go back into downward facing dog. So tuck your toes, lift your knees, lift your hips, and then take just a moment exploring your down dog. So any movement that feels good here, pedal out your heels, shake your head yes or no, shift your weight from side to side. And this first down dog, don't worry too much about perfect alignment, just feel into your body. Maybe you bend your knees a lot. Maybe you round your spine as you straighten your legs, press into your hands, lift to your tiptoes. So lots of different ways in which you can explore this posture. Use your breath. Take a couple more rounds. And then end of your next exhalation, just gently set your knees back on the ground, back to your tabletop. Knees just very slightly wider than your hips. On an in-breath, reach your left arm out to the left, all the way up to the sky. Open up. And then exhale, thread your left arm through. So reach as far as you can. Come down to rest outside of your shoulder, outside of your head, gently. And then anywhere you want to go on this side. So maybe you do the exact same thing you did on the other side. Maybe something totally different, up to you. Make sure your breath is there and then just use it to create more space on the inside. Yay, Jill and Allie joined us. Welcome, you guys. So about 3 more rounds. Think of creating more space in between each little vertebra in your spine. Exhale all the way to empty and feel your core engage. Feel that connection to center. 1 or 2 more rounds. If you do have your right hand or your right knee lifted by chance, bring them both back to the earth. And then everybody, next time you breathe in, unthread your left arm, reach it up. Follow with your gaze, open up through the left side of your chest, reach, reach, reach. And then set your left hand down. And again, let's take it back to downward facing dog. This time perhaps focus a little bit more on your alignment. So really spread your fingers and grip with the pads of your fingertips. Even think of pushing the ground forward and away. If you don't have a nice sticky mat, that's going to be a little bit harder, but just explore that. And then lift using the strength in your core. So as if you've got a rope attached to your belly button, pulling up towards the ceiling and then tugging towards the back of the room you are in. Lengthen through your side bodies. Breathe into your side bodies. If it feels good, you can keep a big bend in your knees. If it feels good, maybe you work your heels a little bit closer to the ground. Just make sure that you don't compromise the length in your spine. And then where is your breath? Can you feel it? Can you make it bigger, more powerful, more spacious? And use it to hold you here. Take 1 more inhale into your down dog. As you exhale, gaze to the top of your mat, step, tiptoe, or hop forward fold. Once you've arrived, we're gonna go straight into our halfway lift. So breathe in, lengthen out, pause here for just a moment, and bend your knees if you need to. Imagine you're really trying to stick your butt way out behind you. Crown of your head forward, back of your neck long, so gaze down. Now notice if you have let go through your belly, pull navel to spine. See if you can hold this exact same position and just reach your arms out to both sides, palms face down. So think of pressing your arms up and your chest down. Feel your back muscles hug around your spine. Now see if you can keep that strength in your back and just bring your fingertips lightly to the fronts of your shins. Back muscles stay strong. Take one more inhale here. Exhale, fold, let it go. One more time, halfway lift. So find that strength just in this one big inhale. Exhale, release. Your choice, roll or reverse swan dive all the way up to stand. As you inhale, begin to reach your arms to the sky. Try to touch the ceiling with your fingertips to the top of your in-breath. Exhale, hands to heart center. All right, let's flow for a moment. Inhale, high mountain, reach up. Stretch tall. Exhale, take your slow swan dive down. So heart leads, hinge at your hips, all the way down, and relax your neck at the bottom. Halfway lift with your in-breath. Back muscles hug around your spine, belly tones. Exhale, fold. Now everybody this time, lead with your heart, reverse swan dive all the way up. Inhale, arms to the sky. It's really, really tall. Exhale, hands to heart center. All right, again, just like that, high mountain pose. Inhale. Exhale, ride your breath down slowly so you are in no rush. Traction out your spine, then let it go. Halfway lift, breathe in. Broaden through your sit bones, stick your butt out, reach the top of your head forward. Exhale, fold, bow. Now from the press of your feet, lead with your heart, take it all the way up. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Let's stretch our side bodies for just a moment. So inhale, arms to the sky. Side body stretch of your choice to the right. So I'm going to grab my left wrist and pull my upper body gently to the right. As I send my hips over to the left. You can take any variation you want. We're just working the length in our left side. Breathe down your left side. So in between your left ribs, create more space. In your left waistline, create more space. Take one more round, see if you can reach, stretch a little further. Inhale through center, realign. And then as you exhale, your variation over to the other side. So upper body to the left, hips to the right. Little more weight in your right foot. So I'm grabbing my right wrist. Maybe you have your left hand on your left hip. Maybe you have your fingers interlaced. Lots of options. Do what feels best and most beneficial for you. Make sure your breath is there. See if you can create more space by using your big inhales. And exhale, just allow your body to move into that space. One more round. Inhale back to center, arms to the sky. Exhale, cactus your arms, little baby back bend, so lift and open through your heart. Press your hips gently forward, keep your low abdominals strong. Inhale, re-extend your arms. Exhale takes you all the way down, forward fold. So slow movement, intentional movement, halfway lift, inhale. And as you exhale this time, plant your hands and step your feet to the back of your yoga mat, plank position. Take a great big inhale and push the ground away. Exhale, little rock forward, lower halfway down. Try not to let your shoulders roll forward. Inhale, press back up, high plank. Do that again, exhale, little rock, lower halfway. Strong belly, don't let your belly drop. Inhale, press back up, high plank. And then this time, exhale, slow motion all the way down. Back bend variation of your choice with your in-breath. So I am, of course, going to take Spider-Man Cobra because I love it so much. You can go wherever you want to. Sphinx, baby cobra, full cobra, up dog. Maybe give yourself an extra couple breaths. Move around a little bit. And then when you're ready, no rush, downward facing dog. Once you're back in your down dog, really fire up your Ujjayi breath. Next time you breathe in, right leg to the sky. So reach your right leg as high as you can. Today, I don't care if you open your hip or keep your hip square. So just whatever feels good as long as it's with integrity. So you're not sinking into your left hip. You're not just collapsing the pose. Your down dog stays nice and strong as you lift your right leg and then explore from there. So keep the structure, the strength of your down dog. Right leg high and then anywhere you want to go. Couple more rounds. If it would feel good to flip your dog, you're even welcome to go there. So no right or wrong, just your own exploration. I'm going to take some circles with my right knee. You might circle your right ankle. And then everybody, next time you breathe in, just extend your right leg as high as possible. Really reach. As softly and as slowly as you can, exhale, step your right foot to the top of your mat, low lunge. And then bring your back knee down gently. So if you do need extra cushion, you can always fold over the side of your mat, or since you're at home, maybe you grab a sweatshirt or a blanket or a pillow, put it under your back knee. And to start with this time, hands up to your front thigh. Walk your front foot forward just an inch or two, and then see if you can lean forward through your lower body, like you're trying to sit your right butt cheek on your right heel. At the same time, press down through your right heel, and imagine you want to pull your heel back and up towards your right butt cheek. So muscle energy in your legs. Now when you're ready, arms to the sky, Anjaneyasana. As you reach up, you don't want to feel this in your low back, so draw navel to spine. And keep pulling your right heel energetically back and up. Lift through your heart. Maybe just the slightest little back bend. So gaze up, puff up through your chest, reach a little bit higher. Soften your face. Take one more big inhale. Exhale, bring your hands to the ground. Now tuck your back toes and lift your back knee. So strong, sturdy lunge position. Left hand now is going to stay down. Right arm to the sky, revolve lunge. So strong legs, squeeze your inner thighs. Imagine you want to pull your right hip back, but at the same time your right knee hugs towards your left armpit. So really feel that twist coming from your center, right from your belly button. Breathe. Use your exhales to work your twist more deeply. So each time you exhale, ring out, detox, let go. Take one more round, your fullest expression. Maybe gaze up at your right hand. End of your exhale, unwind. Now you're going to keep your legs strong. Rise up to your crescent lunge, your high lunge. So arms to the sky. Strong through your legs. Tone your belly. Lengthen your side bodies, lift your chest, reach through your fingertips. Gaze slightly up and soften through your face. So take a moment, just be in your crescent lunge and feel it. Nice job, my friends. Take one more inhale here. As you exhale, hinge forward and reach back. This is your modification, airplane lunge. So you can stay here if you'd rather. If you're coming with me, full airplane. So front foot roots down, back foot floats up. You guys know, smiley face shape from the top of your head back to your toes. Hips stay square. Back muscles strong. Squeeze your back muscles around your spine. Take one more breath. Now everybody, high mountain. So top of your mat, breathe in and reach up. Exhale, little baby back bend, cactus your arms, open up. Imagine you're squeezing a yoga block in between your inner thighs. Press your hips gently forward. Inhale, arms to the sky, realign. Exhale, slow dive down, forward fold. Halfway lift as you breathe in. Option to reach your arms out to the right and left. Palms face the ground. Exhale, plant your hands, step back to plank pose. Move through your vinyasa however you want to. So you can add push-ups, you can take it on your knees, you can give yourself an extra couple breaths in your back bend. You can skip it all together if you'd like. We'll see you back in downward facing dog. Big, deep, slow breath, so reconnect. Fire it up, make your breath powerful, vibrant. Next time you inhale, left leg to the sky. So again, as long as you stay in the integrity of the posture, you're not getting lazy, you're not collapsing, explore. So maybe open your left hip, circle your left ankle, circle your left knee, flip your dog. Anywhere you like to go, anything that feels good in your body. Just paying close attention. Breathe slow, steady. So just staying curious as you explore. Next time you breathe in, everybody just extend your left leg as high as possible. So big, huge inhale to lengthen. And then slowly and softly exhale, left foot to the top of your yoga mat, low lunge. Back knee comes down gently like you're setting an egg on the ground. If you need extra cushion, grab it, put it under your back knee, and then hands up to your front thigh. Walk your front foot forward just a little bit, not a lot. And then think left butt cheek towards your left heel. So lean forward through your lower body and lift your heart up. And then remember, press down through your left heel, energetically pull your left heel back and up like you want to touch it to your left butt cheek. Take your arms to the sky. Low abdominals, stay strong and toned, so navel to spine. Lift your heart, puff up through your chest, perhaps gaze up. Maybe the tiniest little back bend. Breathe, soften around the pose. Hips stay square, left hip towards your left heel. Take one more inhale. And as you exhale, hands to the ground, tuck your back toes, lift your back knee. So you're in your strong lunge position now. Right hand stays on the ground, left arm to the sky, twist. Squeeze through your inner thighs. Keep your back leg strong and powerful. So make sure you're not taking this twist just with your legs or just with your arms. It's coming from your center, from your belly button. Feel that wringing out sensation. Perhaps gaze up at your left hand. Maybe you press your right hand down more firmly and use that as leverage to twist just a little bit further. Take one more round, your fullest expression. Use your exhale to twist, twist, twist. And then end of your exhale, unwind. Both feet root down, legs strong, full crescent lunge, rise up. So hide on the ball of your back foot and really feel the strength in your back leg and your back foot. Inner thighs hug in, low abdominals tone, side bodies and spine nice and long. Reach actively through your fingertips. Take one more inhale. Exhale, airplane lunge to start. So hinge forward, reach back. You can stay here if you want. This is your modification. Or full airplane. So launch off your back foot. Keep your hips square. Use the strength in your inner thighs to lift your back foot level with your front shoulders. Little baby cobra in your heart. Back muscles hug around your spine. One more round. As you inhale, high mountain, so top of your mat, both feet down, both arms reach up. Exhale, hands to your heart center. Close your eyes for just a moment. Simply notice. So standing with awareness at the top of your mat, hands at your heart, or if you'd rather, you can release your arms down by your sides, palms open. So just standing intentionally, feeling into your body, noticing your breath. We're going to go through that entire sequence 2 more times. 1 breath, 1 movement. So if you need to, at any time, you can pause, you can take a break, you can take a child's pose, you can move on your own, whatever will best serve you. All of my cues, think of them as invitations. Let's stay where we're at and take a big, huge inhale. Hold at the top. See if you can grow taller. So root through your feet, draw up through the crown of your head. And big open mouth sigh, release. Ujjayi breath, let's flow. Inhale, reach up. Side body stretch of your choice over to the right. Exhale. Hips go to the left. Empty out in your breath. Inhale, come through center. Realign, and then exhale, other side, your variation. Just use the entire length of your exhale. Get everything you can out of it. Inhale, back up. Exhale, cactus your arms. Heart lifts and opens. Inhale, arms to the sky. Realign. Exhale, take your slow swan dive down. Butt sticks out behind you. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Inhale. And as you exhale, plant your hands, feet to the back of your mat, lower down. So try to keep that exhale going as you lower. Inhale, back bend of your choice, heart lifts, shoulders back and down. And exhale, hips lift, downward facing dog. Take it back. Big inhalation, right leg to the sky. Slow and soft. Exhale, right foot steps through. Set your back knee down gently, just for a moment. Inhale, arms reach up, heart lifts up. Right butt cheek towards your right heel. Exhale, hands to the ground, tuck your back toes, lift your back knee. Inhale, right arm to the sky, revolve lunge. Open up. Exhale, unwind. Now root through both feet. Inhale, crescent, arms to the sky, strong through your legs. Exhale, airplane pose. Modify by keeping your back foot on the ground if you need to. With your inhale, everybody high mountain. Step to the top of your mat, reach up. Add your back bend as you exhale. Cactus your arms, open up. Inhale, re-extend, realign. And exhale, follow your breath down nice and easy. Forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, plant your hands, step or float back, chaturanga, lower down. Heart lifts, breathe in. And hips lift, breathe out. Inhale, left leg high, active through your left foot. Press down through your hands. Exhale, soft as you can, left foot forward, back knee down. Inhale, arms to the sky. So lift your heart, gaze up, left butt cheek towards your left heel. Exhale, hands to the ground. Tuck your back toes, lift your back knee. Inhale, left arm up, revolve lunge. Exhale, let it go. Strong through both legs. Inhale, crescent, rise. And with your exhale, airplane lunge or fly, full airplane, back leg floats up, smiley face shape with your body. Inhale, high mountain, soft landing, arms to the sky. And exhale, hands to heart center. One more round, make it a meditation in motion. Inhale, reach up. Side body stretch to the right as you exhale. Maybe you change it up this time. Inhale will bring you through center. So big breaths, don't rush through it. Exhale, other side. Think up and over. Inhale, back to center, reach. Exhale, little back bend, bottom tips of shoulder blades squeeze, heart lifts, belly tones. Inhale, arms re-extend. And exhale, take it down. Weight forward in your feet, stick your butt out. Let it go, relax your neck at the bottom. Halfway lift as you breathe in. If you want to reach your arms out to the sides, go for it. Exhale, plant your hands, feet to the back of your mat, chaturanga, slowly lower. Lift your heart as you breathe in. Don't just move through it, take a moment to be in it, feel it. Exhale, downward facing dog. Listen here, inhale your right leg high. Exhale, right knee, left elbow, so a little twist, draw belly button in and up, use your core. Inhale, three-legged dog. And exhale, right knee, right elbow, or aim for your armpit if you want to add a little push-up. Bend your elbows, don't let your butt drop. Inhale, three-legged dog. And exhale, knee to your nose, step your right foot through. Back knee comes down gently. Inhale, arms to the sky. Lift your heart, right heel, or right hip towards your right heel. And exhale, hands to the ground. Tuck your back toes, lift your back knee. Inhale, twist, right arm to the sky. Follow with your gaze. Exhale, let it go, unwind. Root through both feet. Inhale, crescent lunge, rise up. Strong legs. Exhale, airplane pose, or modify by staying in airplane lunge. Inhale, high mountain, top of your mat, arms to the sky, both feet on the ground. Add a little back bend, cactus your arms, bottom tips of shoulder blades squeeze. Inhale, re-extend, arms reach. And exhale, take it all the way down. You are not in a rush. With your in-breath, lift halfway, lengthen. Exhale, plant your hands, step back to plank, keep that exhale going, lower down. Inhale, heart lifts, shoulders back and down, don't lock out your elbows. Exhale, downward facing dog. Big inhalation, left leg high. Now listen, exhale, left knee, right elbow. Inhale, three-legged dog. Spread your toes, active through your left foot. Exhale, left to left, as high as you can get on your arm. Maybe add your push-up, don't let your butt drop. Inhale, three-legged dog. And exhale, knee to nose, scoop out your belly, then step your left foot through. Back knee down gently. Inhale, arms to the sky, lift your heart. Gaze up. Exhale, hands come down. Tuck your back toes, lift your back knee. Left arm reaches up for your twist. Breathe in. Open up. Exhale, unwind. Now both feet root. Inhale, crescent, rise. Your choice, airplane lunge or full airplane. So exhale, fly. Inhale, high mountain, top of your mat. So reach up, we're gonna keep flowing. Listen, exhale, all the way down, forward fold. Halfway lift, breathe in. And exhale, plant your hands, step back to plank. Now pause in your plank position. Roll onto the baby toe edge of your right foot, side plank, Vashisthasana, right hand is your base. So left arm to the sky, lift your hips super high. If you want to modify, right knee can come to the ground, no big deal. Reach your left arm forward, so lengthen your left side. Maybe float your left leg up, lift your hips even higher. Your hips. Maybe reach your right arm forward. Maybe float your right leg. So your fullest expression, if that means your left knee is on the ground, perfectly fine. Soften your face. Unclench your jaw. Lift your hips even higher. Take one more inhale, fullest expression. Listen, plank pose. Lower down to your forearms, forearm plank. Elbows under shoulders, forearms parallel. Press down especially through your thumbs and index fingers. If you want to modify, you can interlace your fingers instead. Draw your belly button in and up, so feel that connection to your center. Now, start to walk your toes towards your elbows, coming into Dolphin Pose. So lift your hips super high. Keep pressing down with your forearms. Keep hugging in with your upper arms. And then lift from your belly button like that invisible rope is pulling up. Stay here for about 3 more rounds. You can go wherever you want to go. So if you want to lift one leg, then the other. If you want to play with little hops towards forearm stand, you're welcome to. Big, deep breaths. Don't let your head touch the ground. Keep pressing down through your forearms. Keep hugging in with your elbows and your upper arms. Keep breathing. Soften around the pose. Last big, deep breath. End of your exhale, knees to the ground, right back where we began, child's pose, sit back. If you'd rather, you can reach your arms back for embryo pose, maybe grab hold of your heels, or hero's pose, seated meditation. So take a moment, you guys. Soften, let go, slow down. Come back to your breath. Slow and steady. Notice whatever there is to notice. Feel whatever there is to feel. And rather than checking out here, which I know is so easy to do, actually check in. Go deeper, notice more, become more present. Really nice job, you guys. Give yourself a couple more, just restorative breaths, grounding breaths. And then we will meet back in downward facing dog. This house is so much warmer than my basement apartment. I'm like sweating today, which I'm not used to. All right, so downward facing dog as you're ready. Ujjayi breath, fire it up. Feel into your body. Feel that length in your spine, that length down the backs of your legs, or if it feels better, keep a bend in your knees, totally up to you. So every single posture, you're not trying to crank your body into the posture, you're adjusting the posture to work for your body today. Take one more big inhale. See if you can lift your hips just a little bit higher, lengthen your spine just a little more. Exhale, gaze forward, step, tiptoe, or hop, forward fold, top of your yoga mat. Once you've arrived, halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, fold. Now listen, feet hips width distance apart if they're not already, all 10 toes face forward, chair pose. So bend your knees, weight in your heels, and then lift your heart and reach up. So you can take a moment. If you like to come into this from standing, then just stand up and then sit back. So you can always take a moment to feel into your posture, make it work for you. Butt is reaching back, heels are rooted down, and your toes, you should be able to lift them up, even spread them apart. Lift your heart up, squeeze the bottom tips of your shoulder blades, tone your low belly. Take one more inhale here. Now as you exhale, we're gonna twist. Left hand comes down in between your feet, right arm to the sky. So twist from your center, and if this feels like too much, you can bring your left forearm on top of your thighs. That's your modification. Right arm reaches up. If you want to take it further, right arm behind your back, half bind. If the full bind is in your practice, you're welcome to take it. If bird of paradise is in your practice, you want to go there, go for it. Everybody, about 2 more breaths. So if you're holding twisted chair, keep both butt cheeks, both hips reaching back, spine long, crown of your head reaches forward. Keep your knees nice and even, straight across from one another. Twist from your belly button, ring out. Take one last round wherever you're at. And then everybody forward fold. So unwind, let it go. Keep your feet hips width distance apart. Bend your knees as much as you need to. Peace fingers around your big toes. So if you need to, you can bend your knees a lot to get that. And then keep your peace fingers around your big toes. Inhale, halfway lift position. So even if you need to keep your knees really bent, lengthen your spine and press back through the tops of your thighs. Exhale, fold. Reach your elbows out to the right and left, broaden through your upper back. crown of your head towards the ground, sit bones towards the sky. Even here, try not to rock back into your heels. Keep your weight slightly forward. You want to feel your core engaged, so navel to spine. Use that to work your fold. Take about 2 more breaths. Breathe into your back body. Visualize your breath moving down the backs of your legs. Take 1 more round. Next time you breathe in, release your toes. Halfway lift, realign. Exhale, plant your hands, step back to plank. All right, from your plank pose, lower down to your forearms again. We're gonna go somewhere different. So this time, forearm side plank, right forearm is your foundation. Roll onto the baby toe edge of your right foot, left arm to the sky. Press down firmly through your forearm to stay out of your shoulder. Option to reach your left arm towards the top of your mat or past the top edge of your mat. Maybe float your left leg up. Choose to stay here, or option to take a forearm wild thing. So left tiptoe, step down behind you. Rotate your heart to look up at the sky. Keep pressing down with the belly of your right forearm. Allow your heart to open wherever you're at. 1 more deep breath. End of your exhale. Slowly come back to your forearm plank. Find your strength here, your connection to center. Now 1 arm at a time, press up to your hands, high plank. Inhale at the top as you push the ground away. Exhale, little rock forward, lower down. Inhale, back bend of your choice, heart lifts. And exhale, hands and knees, tabletop position. All right. From your hands and your knees, pivot on your right knee so your right foot comes to the outside of your mat. Extend your left leg back, left toes point out to the left, and then left arm to the sky. So lots of side planks today. Here we are again, modified side plank. Reach your left arm forward and float your left leg up. Try to press your hips forward. So rather than sticking your butt out behind you, hips press gently forward. If you want to stay here, you can. Otherwise, half bow variation. Bend your left knee, reach back. Grab hold of your left foot, kick foot into hand, pull hand back into foot, and allow your heart to open up. So gaze up and see if your heart will follow. Keep a little micro bend in your right elbow and keep pressing down through your right hand so that arm that's supporting you, it's strong. Take 1 more breath. End of your exhale, slowly release, let it go. Back to hands and knees. And then from hands and knees, bring your knees together. Walk both of your hands off the left side of your mat. So all the way over to the left, and then reach your hips back into the right. Breathe down your right side. Press your right armpit a little closer to the ground. One more huge breath. And then lift up. Walk your hands through center. Same thing, other side. So hands all the way off the right side of your mat. And then reach your hips back into the left. Press your left armpit down. Breathe down your left side. Good work, my friends. Come back up. Walk your hands back to center. Downward facing dog pose. Take it back. So take just a moment. Big deep breaths. Good job. Inhale, take your right leg to the sky. Exhale, open your right hip, bend your right knee. So try not to collapse through your left side. Left hand stays rooted, left shoulder stays strong, left inner thigh hugs in, belly button lifts up. Stay here, or option to flip your dog. Right tiptoes come down behind you, right arm reaches forward, so another heart opener. Lift your heart, reach it forward, lift your hips. Take one more inhale. And exhale, three-legged down dog. So everybody right leg to the sky. Big in-breath. Now listen, exhale, right foot to the top of your mat. Warrior One stance. So I hardly ever teach Warrior One. Pivot your back heel down. Back foot should be slightly pointing out to the left and slightly pointing forward. So not completely out to the left. Rise up when you're ready. Warrior One, Virabhadrasana 1. So I kind of prefer my feet. I don't know why, I'm trying to get kind of out of my vocabulary when I teach, so sorry about that, I'm working on it. So, I like my hips, well, I like my feet onto train tracks, and then everybody work your hips towards squares. So, if you prefer your feet on a balance beam, that's fine. For me, it feels better with my feet about hips width distance apart. Take one more inhale, so reach up higher. Now listen, as you exhale, right hand to your right hip, straighten your right leg. Think of pulling your right hip back further and then bring your left hip forward. We're moving into Revolve Triangle. So as you inhale, hinge at your hips, reach your left hand forward and to the right. Now, go as far as you can, bring your left hand down to the outside of your right foot if possible, and then right arm to the sky, twist. If that feels like way too much, left hand to the inside of your right foot is perfectly fine. And if you feel like you need to lift to the ball of your back foot, if that feels better, you're welcome to do so. Take a different variation. Revolve Triangle. Squeeze through your inner thighs. Twist from your center. Keep pulling your right hip back and up, pressing your right thigh back. 2 more rounds. If this is hard for you, I'm right there with you, so just be in it. One more inhale, reach. One more exhale, twist. End of your exhale, unwind. Good job. Just step your back foot forward, forward fold. Bring your big toes to touch, little gap in between your heels. Tuck and curl, tiny little ball. So butt towards the ground, nose towards your knees. Breathe into your back body. Good work, my friends. A couple more breaths. Exhale all the way to emptiness every single time. If you want, you can wrap your arms around the fronts of your shins. Give yourself a big squeeze. Next time you inhale, halfway lift, heels on the ground, spine parallel to the earth. Exhale, fold. Now, feet hips width distance apart, all 10 toes face forward, chair pose. So weight in your heels, reach your butt back, bend your knees a lot, lift your heart, arms to the sky. And if you need to, you can stand up and then sit back down. So however you need to find your fullest expression of your chair pose. So make it work for your body. Low abdominals tone, bottom tips of shoulder blades squeeze. Soften your face, breathe. Sit back, sit a little lower. One more inhale. Exhale, twist, right hand down in between your feet, left arm to the sky. Twist from your center, not from your legs, so knees stay nice and even. And then left arm reaches up. If you want to wrap it behind you, half bind, go for it. If you want to take the full bind or bird of paradise, please feel free. If you're modifying, right forearm can be across your thighs, just like this. So twist, twist, twist. If you're holding twisted chair with me, a couple more breaths. Maybe sit lower, make sure the weight is still in your heels. Make sure your knees are still nice and even. Twist from your center and ring out. Really nice, you guys. Good work. Take one last round. End of your exhale. Everybody forward fold. So unwind. Let it go. Ha. This time, bend your knees as much as you need to. Gorilla pose. So palms face up and step onto the palms of your hands. Toes, tips of your toes if possible, touch the little creases in your wrist. And then once you've got that, try to bring your weight just slightly forward so you're stepping onto your hands a little bit more. As you do that, engage your core, navel to spine, lift your sit bones higher. Breathe into your back body, let your neck relax. Let your head be heavy. Think of pressing the tops of your thighs back like you're trying to get the front of your thighs to engage. Keep some weight forward in your feet. Couple more breaths. You guys are awesome. You're almost there. Next time you inhale, halfway lift. So realign. Exhale, plant your hands, step back to plank. With control and intention, forearm plank, lower down. Now, from your forearms, we've got forearm side plank. Left forearm is your base. Roll onto the baby toe edge of your left foot. Feet are active, so flex your toes. Right arm to the sky. Lift your hips really high. Reach your right arm forward. Maybe float your right leg up and lift your hips higher. Possibly forearm wild thing. Step your right tiptoes back behind you. Rotate your heart open. Keep pressing down through the belly of your left forearm. Breathe down into your belly. Your fullest expression wherever you're at. One more huge breath. End of your exhale. Let's take it back to our forearm plank. So pause for a moment. Find your strength. Navel to spine. One arm at a time. High plank. Press back up to your hands. Big inhale here. Exhale, little rock forward. Chaturanga, lower down. Back bend of your choice. Lift your hearts. Exhale, hands and knees. Tabletop position. Okie dokie. This time, pivot on your left knee. So left foot comes out to the side of your mat like a little kickstand. Right leg reaches back. Right arm to the sky. One last modified side plank or one last side plank variation. Reach your right arm forward, float your right leg up. So you can stay here, just really lengthen, or half bow. Bend your right knee, reach back, grab hold of your foot. Kick foot into hand, pull hand back into foot. Allow your heart to open towards the sky. Shoulders open. Left arm is still strong. You're not sinking into your elbow or your wrist. Where is your breath? Breathe bigger, breathe deeper. One last round. Nice job. End of your exhale. Slowly release, unwind. Back to hands and knees. All right, you guys. This time, extend your right leg straight out to the right, toes face forward. So like a half wide-legged straddle position. And then from here, we're just going to keep our right leg extended, but sit back into a child's pose. So hips towards your left heel, forehead towards your mat. So gated child's pose. And sometimes I even like to rock a little bit forward and back. So if it would feel good to you, you can come all the way up and rock forward, just like we did at the beginning of class with our scorpion cobras. And then rock it back. Take about 2 more breaths. So either holding or rocking. And then back to a tabletop. So right knee to the ground, and we're just going to do the same thing on the other side. So left leg extends out, toes point forward, and then reach your hips back, forehead to the ground. Might feel really nice to just stay here, or if you want to, take your rocks, come forward. Hips move down, heart lifts, and exhale back. Couple more breaths wherever you're at. Good job, my friends. And then let's meet in a regular tabletop position. And then we'll take it back to downward facing dog. Reconnect to your strong, deep Ujjayi breath. Next inhale, left leg to the sky. Peel your left hip open, bend your left knee, squeeze your outer left butt cheek, stack left hip on top of right. Right side stays very strong, very supported. Stay here, or option to flip. Left hip toes come down behind you. Left arm lifts and reaches forward. Heart reaches forward, hips lift. Wherever you've chosen to go, be there and breathe. If you're in the back bend, one more big inhale. Use your exhale to find your way back. Inhale, three-legged down dog, left leg high, so everybody stretch it out. Soft as you can. Exhale, left foot steps through. Warrior one stance. So back heel pivots down. Maybe you bring your feet onto two train tracks. Maybe you keep them on a balance beam, up to you. And then rise up. So make sure your right toes don't point directly out to the right. They point slightly out to the right and slightly forward. Work your hips towards square. Left hip pulls back, right hip pulls forward. Tone your belly. Lift your heart. Take one more inhale. Exhale, left hand to your left hip, and then straighten your left leg. Even use your left hand to push your left hip back, and as you do that, bring your right hip forward. Take one more inhale, reach higher. As you exhale, hinge at your hips, reach forward and to the left with your right arm, so forward and to the left. Then right hand to the outside of your left foot. If you have a block at home, feel free to use it. Left arm to the sky, Revolve Triangle. Twist from your center. It might help to bring your left hand to your sacrum. Make sure your hips are nice and level. If they're not, adjust. If you want to keep your right hand on the inside of your left foot or lift to the ball of your back foot, those are perfect options. Take two more rounds. Squeeze your inner thighs. Spine long, twist from your center. See if you can gaze up at your left hand. One more inhale. Stay for your exhale. Twist, twist, twist. End of your exhale, unwind, forward fold. So back foot steps forward. Bring your big toes to touch, little gap in between your heels. Tiny little potato bug ball. Breathe. Slow down your breath. Good work. Maybe wrap your arms around the fronts of your shins. Give yourself a big squeeze. Take just one more round. Halfway lift, inhale. So heels on the ground, realign your spine. Exhale, listen. Plant your hands and you can either step right back to your plank, or if you want to play with crow for a moment, give yourself just a few breaths to play. If you want to work with a jump back, you're welcome to. Otherwise, set your feet down and step back. Move through a vinyasa. And everybody, your choice, one last down dog or one last child's pose. So if you're in down dog, stretch it out. If you're in child's pose, just relax and rest. Couple more breaths. And everybody meet in the middle, hands and knees, tabletop. Find your way into a seat. We're going to take a seated hip opener today. So I'll give you a few options. We're going into double pigeon fire log pose. So right shin on top of left, looks like this. Make sure your shins are parallel to the front edge of your mat, and make sure your top ankle is right on top of your inner knee. So outer ankle, inner knee, not foot inside of your calf. So as soon as you do this, you guys, you really lose the stretch. You want your ankle all the way up here, even if it looks like this. You can sit up tall, or if your knee is level with your hips, reach your butt back, fold forward. Keep your feet active and flexed. If this is too much for you, then your modification, left foot on the ground with your left knee bent, outer right ankle to the top of your left thigh, hands behind you, sit up as tall as possible, roll your shoulders back and down. And then the closer you bring your legs to your upper body, the closer you bring your left heel towards your butt, the deeper you will go. So find your edge wherever you've chosen to be. Breathe into it. Feet flexed and active. If you're folded forward, focus on reaching your butt back, lengthening through your low spine. Breathe into your right hip. Take about 3 or 4 more breaths. Exhale to soften. Soften your outer body, your outer shell. Soften energetically around the pose. Last big breath if you want to. Side out your mouth. And then we'll slowly switch to the other side. So if you're in the forward fold, lift up. Before taking the other side, a few windshield wipers with your knees. So hands behind you, feet on the ground with knees bent, feet mat width distance apart. Let your knees fall from side to side, just a couple rounds, just a couple times. So just feeling into that mobility in your hips. And then as you're ready, find your way into your variation of seated pigeon. This side, or fire log pose, double pigeon. This time left is on top, left shin on top. Flex your toes. Remember, if you're taking double pigeon fire log pose, outer ankle, inner knee. Sit up tall or fold forward, or if you're taking the modification, right foot on the ground with your knee bent, then outer left ankle to the top of your right knee. Try not to round your spine, open your heart. Everybody breathe. If you're taking the fold, folding forward, keep both sit bones rooted and really reach your left butt cheek back as you lengthen your lower spine. Exhale to just relax around the pose. Bigger, slower, deeper breaths. Soften even through the inside of your mouth, so let your tongue fall away from the roof of your mouth or the backs of your teeth. Three more slow, steady breaths. I'm going to leave it up to you ultimately, so just when you feel pretty much even on both sides, ease your way out of it. We're going to do the same thing, windshield wipers with our knees, but this time lay down on your back, so no rush. Eventually lay down, knees bent, feet on the ground, mat width distance apart. Tee out your arms or cactus your arms and let your knees fall from side to side, just slowly and gently. So work the mobility through your hips, into your low back. Keep your feet wide to create space in your low back. So as you twist, as you move your knees from side to side, there is no crunching in your low back at all. You can let your right butt cheek lift up as you let your knees fall to the left, and then vice versa. So just allowing your body to move how it wants to move. If you want to stay on one side for a couple of breaths, feel free. Eventually from here, bring your knees back to center. Keep your feet wide and let your knees fall in for just a moment. So feet out, knees in. Low back, spacious, breathe into it. Slow your breath down, and you can start to let it come back to more of a natural rhythm. Start to let go of some of the effort. Take one more huge breath down into your low belly and your low back. And then we're just going to switch it up. So feet together, knees apart now. Soles of your feet together, let your knees fall open. And take about 3 deep breaths down into your groin, your inner thighs, your hips. And then from here, you guys, you can stay here if you want to. Otherwise, move through any finishing postures of your choice. So anything that will complete your practice for you. Maybe you want to hug your knees in, maybe a happy baby, maybe an inversion, full body stretch. So lots of places you can go to explore. And then slowly just settle into your final relaxation. And so the traditional corpse pose with arms by your sides, legs extended. If there are any other positions that would feel more comfortable to you, you're welcome to go there. And if you have any props at home you want to use, maybe a blanket over your body, something underneath your knees, something underneath your head, something over your eyes, feel free. And again, I will bring you out of your Shavasana in about 4 or 5 minutes. So if you have time, stay with us if you want to. And if you would rather, you're welcome to log off and just take your Shavasana on your own for as long as you want to, and then seal your practice for yourself at the end. So whatever works best for you. Let's take one last falling out breath together. So next time you inhale, fill up as big as you can. Hold at the top, and if you want to, you can even make fists, crinkle up your face so everything tightens up. Hold, hold, hold. Big open mouth sigh, and just drop into your Shavasana. Like Ruby's going to bring you out of your Shavasana. So before you move, you can just stay where you're at. I have a reading for you. It's by Jeff Foster, and it's called Rejoice, Nothing Lasts. Rejoice, nothing lasts. What is born must eventually return to source. Every moment from now on is more precious, more worthy of your full attention, your loving presence, your gratitude. The dream of more time can make us complacent, send us to sleep, or make us gallop through our days in fear. The shock of realizing our absolute impermanence and the impermanence of all we hold dear and all we fear can wake us up. Come on, be sillier today. Slow down today. Let your heart pound and be penetrated today. Make a fool of yourself today. Give up the hope of finding happiness in the future and break open into the happiness of this holy day, this only day. You really don't need more time to be present. Take a deep breath in and feel it in your body. Feel that aliveness right now. Drink it in. And then exhale, let it go. And start to move gently through your body again. When you're ready, roll to either side, fetal position. Give yourself just a moment to rest with your side body against the ground. Breathe into your back body, curl into yourself, and acknowledge yourself for your practice, for showing up, taking time out of your day for you to connect with yourself on a deeper level. Then keeping your body as relaxed as possible, ease your way up into a seat. So sitting up nice and tall with awareness, with intention, attention. Eyes closed. Exhale in your breath. Inhale one last time. Just sweep your arms out, around, and up, and gather in all the energy, all the efforts from our practice here together today. Bring it all into your heart. Bow your head to your heart. Thank yourself for showing up for your practice, showing up for you. I thank you guys so much for letting me guide you. The light in me sees and honors the light in you. Namaste. All right, lovers. Thank you so much. I love you, and have a wonderful rest of your day. And I hope to see you again soon. Bye, guys.